When people are released from jail, they have the responsibility to appear in court. But some of these people choose to go on the run.
They go back home to mommy.
And that is when these guys come into the picture. So sit back and listen to the Off the Hook podcast with Chad and Rob.
Very fine people on both sides.
These are real stories, but the names have been changed.
What's up, everybody? This is Rob.
And I'm Chad. What's up? And
We are here with our long time friend and lover half to death, a badass, the queen of bail.
Hey now.
That's
Miss
her.
Michelle Esquenazi.
Hi, my favorite boy.
Hey, how you doing?
How you
So
doing?
excited in North Carolina.
Every time it's funny. Every time you come around, the New York comes out in me. Every time you in it, vice versa.
Yeah.
The little country comes out in you, girl.
I know. I just love it. I reckon I love it.
Well, you're down in Florida some too, so you're
Yeah.
not completely northern now.
No, I was down there not too long ago. Went to Gulf Shores.
Okay, that's Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama.
I'm in Lower Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty. It's pretty down. We went to the Florida Bama down there. That was pretty cool. I like
Yeah. No, it's a nice area. I love it. It's very red, white, and blue. Very blue.
that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Law and order.
Man,
Right.
you got to come see us. All right,
Okay.
so because if you come see us down there in Wilmington, you're gonna fall in love because our coast looks so much better than Pensacola.
Oh, good God, no, it does not. Y'all's water is brown.
Oh
No, it's not.
no, ma'am,
It is
no,
blue
ma'am.
and clear, baby.
No.
Wait a minute. Isn't it the Atlantic Ocean?
Yes.
It's
Okay,
not the
well, I have
Jersey
Gulf
Shore
of
that you're used to.
No, I don't go to the beach on the Jersey Shore. That's kind of taking life into your own hands right
No,
now.
I tell you what. When you come down to visit us, we'll take you out and we'll show you what you're missing.
Okay.
It's way better than
You're
Greensboro.
gonna end up buying a house, guaranteed.
Oh, come on now.
I mean, a lot of actors come there. I mean, there must be something to it, right?
Yep.
Well, I need to
Just
stay
saying.
out.
Just saying.
All right.
So, while everybody's wondering what we're here doing, so we are at the North Carolina Bail Agent Association
Yep.
Conference. Yep.
and they were gracious to have us as a sponsor.
Right?
And Michelle's also a sponsor with NABA.
That's right. I'm the president of the National Association of Bail Agents, and we're here to support all the bail agents in the great state of North Carolina. And we want to encourage all the bail agents to step up. Talk to your board members. They're your elders. Ask them what I can do to be a part of this great movement to save the profession of bail. Don't be silent.
No,
You
because if
eat,
not,
sleep, and breathe bail.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Michelle
You
will
do.
come after you and beat you.
Clank, 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 clank.
That's the Bronx girl, right?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
Don't get it
Brooklyn.
twisted now.
Okay. Sorry.
It's fighting words.
Yeah,
man.
those are definitely fighting words.
Yeah,
Yep.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Where are you from Brooklyn?
All right, so hang on. Let me introduce her the correct way.
Please do.
I would not have guessed this.
Me neither.
Yeah? Surprise.
Me. When I was young.
All right, can't play no more. We get
We'll get a strike.
we get striked if we keep playing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
YouTube gets us.
Oh, okay.
yeah, they don't like that for some reason.
Oh, that's not nice.
Anything past 10 seconds, they don't like.
Oh.
They slap you. They
That's
slap
mean
you.
and nasty.
It is nasty. So, since we're here at the conference, we have done a lot together with you
Yes.
in the past.
Over the years. Yes,
Over the
been a long
years,
time.
Right.
we've stuck together like glue,
That's right, and we always will.
like peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, peanut butter jelly.
That's a good combination.
Yes. So, on our podcast, you've been on our podcast before. Very early on, you were on our podcast.
Yeah, we did what was it? What do you call it? Where she was in Florida.
Zoom.
There you go.
Okay.
Yes, we did that. We hadn't had you in person.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to finally see you again. I'm so glad we got to see
Oh,
you.
me too. You know I love y'all.
Yeah.
I
So,
do.
tell everybody what we did one time in this little itty bitty town outside of Greenville, North Carolina.
We found out that there was
Right.
going to be a pretrial lady coming to kind of preach the merits.
She is a professor at the University of North Carolina,
Okay.
Chapel Hill.
Yep.
Chapel Hill.
Okay.
And she teaches bail reform as
Right.
one of her subjects.
Okay.
And yes, I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine. No, we found out about it collectively. I don't know if you all found out about it and told me, or was that, I don't really
Yeah,
remember.
I can't remember how it was.
It's
but
been a while.
That was the first district that was being introduced to bail reform in North Carolina. And
Okay.
she was coming there to explain to all the judges, magistrates, anybody that would listen
Right.
in the judicial system about how bail reform was this great thing, according to her.
And do you remember that when we all came in, we got sent to the back
We
of the
were
room?
in the very back of the room. Yes, we were.
They Rosa parked us.
Yeah, they put
And
us right in the back of the bus.
Yeah, I was just looking for the video from that I took when you went at the end of the class and you wanted to speak to this lady, and she just refused to speak to you.
She
You
needed
remember?
a safe space after.
Yeah, she did need her space. Do you remember the
You're
example
making
she
me
gave,
uncomfortable.
Michelle? Do you remember the example she gave?
It has something to do with Thanksgiving,
It was
or was that
something about
me?
a Miss Mary, she said, and she used this example that she pulled into a gas station. She didn't have enough money for the gas, and she fills up her car and drives away
Okay.
and doesn't pay.
That's illegal.
This is called stealing, some
Yeah.
people would
Yeah,
say.
theft.
Yeah.
But the
Petty
police
larceny.
arrest her, and she talks about the options that they could give her secured bond, but yet she didn't have money for the gas to begin with.
Okay.
And then the other option was to just let her go and appear in court,
Okay.
hopefully. And, then she explained how it was a victimless crime.
Oh, yes.
And then you pointed out this is not a victimless crime.
Right. Right.
I believe, do you remember what you said?
Yes, well, I don't exactly remember what I said, but let's just say, for example, that Jose Alvarez is the owner of the gas
Hold on.
station.
Quick question: is he legal? Is he a U.S. citizen?
You know, he's a citizen.
Okay.
All right, like my daddy was, okay? He's my daddy's cousin from Cuba.
Okay.
And he owned the gas station.
Right.
And you done took $65 worth of his gasoline.
Right.
Well, maybe that was someone's pay for the day for working behind the counter at the convenience store.
Right.
So that is not what a victimless, there is no such thing as a victimless crime, because
Correct.
it's either crime against humanity, against a human, or crime against municipalities. So even if you're like the kind of guy that likes to steal stop signs and resell them, well, that's a crime against a municipality. Somebody's got to pay
So
for
how
the
many little
crime.
Miss Marys does it take to put somebody out of business?
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it could take, if you do that a few times a
Right.
week, and, you could really ill affect Mr. Alvarez's bottom line, my cousin.
It adds
So
up.
what does Mr. Alvarez do to compensate for the loss of money that happens to him on that?
I mean, he's got
Usually they raise the prices of other things to compensate for that, right?
right. He's got to raise the
He's not
prices.
going to take the loss.
He's also got to reduce the size of his staff.
Right.
Right? He can't employ as many people
Right.
because he can't afford to.
Right.
So he himself has to probably work much, much harder.
Right. So it's kind of it's a snowball effect thing that people don't really think about. Like you said, it's not a victimless crime.
No, it's
one
not.
got physically hurt, but in the pocketbook will hurt you to where you have to close the doors, potentially, eventually.
Well, money crime is money crime, right?
Correct.
I mean, take a look at Louis Vuitton in New York City, where I'm from, right? Or Louis Vuitton or one of these fancy watch places, right? They all come in, let's say Gucci, for example. They all come in, they're all wearing white hoodies and white sweatpants. Nobody's got any IDs on them, and they all come in like a gang of bandits, right, to do shoplifting, right? We call it boosting in our
Boosting, right.
language, right? And they come in like a gang, and let's say, I don't know, my daughter's in there with the baby in the carriage looking around in the middle of the day at the mall. A lot of young moms, take their babies and go to the mall. And let's say she turns around and goes like this, and one of the guys goes like that, and she falls down and cracks her head. And just by happenstance, she bleeds out.
Right.
I mean, this kind of thing happens throughout America. It's very underreported. But the fact of the matter is criminality is criminality. And when you have crime that has no consequence,
Right.
you have a society that walks around the earth with zero consequence. There has to be consequence in
Correct.
everything.
That's right. Yeah, there doesn't have to be something extreme consequence, but you have to. If there's no consequence, then you're going to repeat it.
It's just going to keep happening.
Yeah.
Now, being that things keep happening now, since you're half the time in New York and half the time in Florida,
Okay.
because we got some lunatics that are running for mayor now up
Oh,
there
In New York.
in New York. That
Right.
one guy.
His name is Moron Mondani.
Moron.
That's his name. That's the name I gave him.
So
Okay.
let me ask you a question about this guy.
Okay.
You're up there. We're not.
Oh, I unfortunately, yes, I am.
And why are these people voting him in? Are they just not thinking, or
It's pretty easy.
is it just like fraudulent voting?
No, it's pretty easy. I mean, the easy part of it is
Free shit?
free shit.
Ah,
I mean, bottom line,
yeah,
you ain't
yeah.
gonna have to pay to get on the bus. You ain't gonna have to pay to get your kid to go to preschool
that's
no
right.
more.
He is
You ain't
promising
gonna
all
have
that.
to pay for groceries.
Right. Yeah.
You ain't even gonna have to pay for rent.
Right. So he's proposing all this free stuff. Like you're going to go in the grocery store and you're going to see one item of this. You're looking at, well, Cuba. you
I
know.
mean, right, my people.
The people left Cuba because of this. Type of-
now how many people do you know that are moving out of New York because of this?
A lot. I will tell you, I have a lot of friends and colleagues in the upper echelon of New York society that own brownstones worth millions of dollars and things like that. And the thing about those humans is that they don't have to domicile in New York City. Like our president, for example. DJT has many properties throughout New York City, right? He changed his domicile to the state of Florida because New York was just unfavorable and also coming after him, right? But
Right.
at the same time, these people, some of that I know, have said to me, if this is what's going to happen, they're going to offload, because that's not their only home. You understand? They have a home probably in Palm Beach, a home abroad, a home here. They don't need to retain that particular home. For the 10 or 20 days that they're in New York, I don't know, every 6 months, they can get a room at the Ritz-Carlton or whatever the case may be. So they're going to offload their property.
So how do you feel about him winning or versus the guy that's going to be running against him? Like, what's your thoughts? I mean,
It's really a shit show. And, the thing about it is Don Cuomo, with his narcissism, he got thrown out of the governorship because he can't stop touching girls, right? So now he's coming back to the city. Everybody forgot that he touched girls. Everybody forgot about it, and forgot that he gave us bail reform, like herpes. And, yep. And I'm just saying, I'm just calling it what it is. It's kind of scabby.
it is. No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you, and I think
Yeah.
everybody else does too.
Yeah, so everybody forgot about that. You know why? Because he still kind of looks good, and the women kind of like him.
Oh,
You know,
okay. All right.
You know what I mean? And then you got, what's his name?
Got that Greasy Gavin
yeah,
effect.
yeah, he does. He kind of does.
I hate when I see Gavin Newsom talk on TV. I just go, ugh, I can't stand him because I don't like people that talk with their hands a lot, like Nancy Pelosi does. I cannot stand it. It makes me want to like.
Hakeem Jeffries talks like this.
Yeah.
When
yeah.
I tell you
Look at this.
that we are
He
going
lost it the other
to
day.
die, this is what it is going to be.
So, with DJT coming back in,
Amen to the preacher.
So, I remember
Amen.
when I talked to you down at the first NABA conference, I said, "What's going to happen if he doesn't win?" And you're like, "I'm out. I'm gone."
Yeah. She
well,
said one of two things.
He
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
So now I was like, well, Michelle's going to go full force now. She's going to go
Who, me?
full, Brooklyn on everybody.
I'm Trump and a girl.
So have you had any conversations with the administration?
Well, Well, actually, I have to say that we are interested in that pathway, and we are working toward that end.
Okay.
And that is where I will leave it at the very moment.
Did it have anything to do with what he said not too long ago?
Well, let me just say this.
Or is that just coincidental?
No.
Let's hear this.
Oh, okay, I'm listening. I'm all ears.
That was not coincidental.
Okay.
I'll leave it there.
Well, I'm glad he's recognized it.
Well,
and
enough said.
if he can change it, he can make things better. Then let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. The
Well,
problem is you got to get through these judges. And here in North Carolina, it's the judges.
It's the judges everywhere, not just in
Yeah,
North Carolina.
Right.
I can only speak for North Carolina because that's what we know.
I know you all do. And you have a lot of sheriff problems and judge problems and stuff like that. But I feel like, you know what, when DJT was in office the first time, he did post-conviction reform with that lady Alice that he plucked out of prison. You all remember that? Mm-hmm. And then he closed the book on criminal justice reform because he did post-conviction reform with Kim Kardashian and Miss Alice. So then he thought he was going to win again, and then you know what happened there, right?
Right.
So he didn't win. Then we had 4 years of open borders and all kinds of criminality, and
Sleepy Joe.
our children getting murdered in the streets and all kinds of craziness.
Yeah.
Right? And now we got him back. So to think that this is not something that's going to be relevant would be to be a small-minded individual. And as you might know, I am not a small-minded individual,
No, you're not.
No.
especially when it comes to the four-letter word, B-A-I-L.
That is correct.
This lady right here is tough.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if y'all have never met Michelle, I don't know how to explain it. So her attitude is the toughest as nails. Her
Well,
you know, her
we need
Her love for the bail.
We need her, and she
Yeah.
stepped up.
her love for
So-
bail is just, it's more than anybody else I've ever met.
Thank
Right.
you.
Yeah.
And that's why we have stuck with you for so long.
Oh,
It's because
thank
we know real people when we see them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Right.
I appreciate that.
Because there's a lot of fake ones out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
there is.
so let's talk about what this association
Okay.
is trying to get done
Okay.
at this
If you-
time right now.
Okay.
Yeah, this particular time. Rob, what is it that's the latest as far as laws that you know of that came out in North Carolina? Have you heard anything?
I've heard some rumors. You know, we talked to Regina some
Right.
about this, about the licensing and
Yeah, the stepping it up.
like separating the bail recovery from
Yeah.
it, which I'm all for it,
Right.
because you got some idiots. I'm not going to say any names on here,
Well, they're trying to clean up the image
Yes.
a little bit more.
because you just like cops, you got
Yeah.
bad cops, you got bad bondsmen.
Yeah, you're
It
going to have it.
happens-
You have it in
it happens in the
every
Catholic
industry.
Church.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
have it in everything. So
Yeah.
I think they're trying to up the standards, which is a good thing.
I
Yeah.
would like to see more of that.
Yeah.
I would like to see it harder for you to get your bail license, so because
Yeah.
the upper class of bondsmen, you don't see no problems out of them. You don't see DOI coming
Well,
after.
Florida handles that with the apprenticeship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a pretty easy way to determine who's going to kind of stay and who's going to kind of fizzle out, right?
Right.
Right, because they got to work underneath an elder. And there's a real, if you look back at the beginning of time, in any successful organization, it respects chain of command. It respects its elders, right? Look at the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, right?
Right.
I mean, there's chain of command. So likely to cure the problem, that needs to be the solution.
Well, North Carolina did change that. So instead of 1 year working under a bondsman, Now it's 2.
Okay, good.
Right.
So,
yeah.
it's moving in the right direction.
Well, see, now that is all attributed to the North Carolina Bail Agents
Yes.
Association. And the one thing that I do know about bail associations, and they get a really bad rap. And what happens is, in the bail industry, is about 10 to 20% of us do 100% of the work. The rest, everybody's doing their jobs, going to work every day, hunting bodies, maybe, writing bail bonds and things like that. And they're like, no. I think Michelle Esquenazi is going to do it, or Jim Camp is going to do it from the North Carolina Bail Association. My message to bail agents today, especially the younger generation, is get involved. Get involved in your future. You're not involved in the bail business, you're in the politicking business. So you need to join your Chamber of Commerce, you need to know who your county commissioners are,
Right.
you need to invite them into your bail agency and show them what you do. A lot of our businesses are minority owned.
Well, this is the whole reason why we started the podcast. Chad came up with the idea,
Well,
like stories.
I thought it would be a good way to people like, the recovery part of things, hunting people. So they like that storyline, but they don't really know what we do, what we contribute.
Educate.
We
Right.
educate. We'll put little bits of nuggets of knowledge, I call it, and along with our episodes of going to go get them.
Right.
So they see our value.
Right.
We're the low man on the totem pole when it comes to, the judicial system.
But it's
So-
the one thing in the judicial system that's not taxpayer funded that works.
That's
Correct.
accountable.
And that's what they're trying to
in
get
this
rid of.
state, I'm not sure about your state, but in this state, all of our money goes to the school systems.
I know, and that is so incredible.
So anywhere, for North Carolina, we have 100 counties.
That's really amazing.
And out of 100 counties, yearly, we average somewhere between $10 and $14 million
Oh, that's
forfeiture
robbing.
money that goes to the school
But here's
systems.
the thing now. You bring in bail reform, guess who's getting cut out of that money? Our children, teachers. They're not getting all these millions and $1 million anymore. You're getting half of it.
Right. And the accountability is no longer there
Right.
for the people to show, which the defendant, or excuse me, the person that was offended should have their day in court with the person who
Yes.
allegedly offended them, right?
Right.
So it's a double thing that we're doing that's good.
Right. It's amazing
and
what
they
y'all
see
are doing.
bail as a negative thing, like this professor that
Yeah.
taught that. She just sees it as a negative thing for all people, like little Miss Mary, who couldn't afford her gas that day.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about her. She gets paid on Friday. Whether she works or not, she gets a check.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I come up, my daddy was a shoe salesman. Okay? If he didn't sell shoes, we didn't eat.
Right.
You understand? So
Yeah.
he was motivated by his career. Bail agents have skin in the game.
Yes, they do.
Fugitive recovery agents, they have skin in the game.
Right.
And it's very important that we not only give people their Eighth Amendment right to bail, it's enshrined in the Eighth Amendment long before we were alive, right? The framers
Right.
thought it was an excellent idea, and they
Right.
enshrined it, right?
Right.
But not only that side of it, to return the warranted to the high order of the court so as not to have to sentence in absentia, to give a victim their ability to and their families to make a victim impact statement. Look at the Idaho case that we just watched on television with that
the murder.
disgusting murdering
Yes.
guy on, right?
Right.
So he took a guilty plea, right? And he's hopefully going to go into general population. But anyway, the victim impact statements were on national television. I work with a lot of crime victims. And I'll tell you, the value of bail agents is really connected to the victims of crime. Because if you don't bring back a human body to the order of the court, how is that person ever going to be made whole?
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people know that all they've got to do is cross the state line, and they're free if they don't want to come back to court.
Correct.
I mean,
But
it has
if you got somebody like us on their butt,
right.
you
Yeah.
can go.
That's where
Might as well give them a head start.
Yeah, that's why we earn our keep. Right? We
Right.
show our value.
Matter of fact, we just wrapped up a case yesterday morning.
Detroit.
From
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yep.
Yep. Randy, the president of the NCBAA, reached out to us last week. I got the ball rolling. Me and Chad did. Called some of my friends up in Detroit.
We thought that it was a 10,000, so we figured money, time, everything for us, it would be more efficient to outsource it.
And
through
also,
someone.
for rent, we didn't want Randy to pay $4,000 versus,
Yeah, of course, you're
Right.
looking out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
so
of
we
course.
looked out for him. So I called Leland
Okay.
and I said, hey, who you got up in Detroit?
Gary.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was like,
Gary.
he's like, yeah. He said, give him a holler. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
So I give him a holler, and he's like, all right. He goes, we'll be getting on in a couple of days. So I sent them everything, let Chad know, cool. And yesterday morning, about the night before, because it was a 10.5-hour drive, I get a phone call from him right before I go to bed. Hey man, we got him in cuffs. We're on the way down. I'm like, all right, cool, sweet. Send me a picture. So I send Randy a picture. Let him know, hey, they're on the way. And here's the problem.
Love that story.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
get
Isn't that
they
cool?
get down here 5 o'clock in the morning. I told them, I said, hey, look, just drop me off at the first jail you see when you come to North Carolina. It should be Surrey County Jail. I'm going to say this on Mount Airy. It's actually, what's the name of it? What's the name of the?
Talking about Andy Griffin.
What's it? Mayberry.
Mayberry, yeah.
It's
yeah.
Mayberry. It's literally
my dad
Mayberry.
lives up. My dad
That's
lives
funny.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah, so literally Mayberry. So they get there, and they refuse to take him.
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
I was like, the sheriff was like, yeah,
They
we'll
didn't
take
know
him.
enough to know.
By statute, you have to, any sheriff of
Any
in the
sheriff.
state has to accept them.
Well, the sheriff was like, yeah, I'll take him, but it was up to the magistrate. The magistrate was like, no, he's not wanted here, so we're not taking him.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a judge problem right there.
exactly.
That's a judge problem.
Exactly.
And to be honest with you, I'm the kind of person, since it is Mayberry, I would use that particular judge as an example, and I would file a judicial complaint on him.
Right.
Because it's not like y'all are going to go up there and write 9 million bonds, or you're going to have a bunch of
Oh,
bodies
yeah.
up there to hunt.
Right.
So I would use him as an example. I file a complaint with the judicial board.
What was that over there? I mean,
Yeah.
somebody's yelling.
I'll
Something.
do it. Let me know.
You know what? I know
write
you
that
will,
sucker
Michelle.
right on up.
I know you
I'll
will.
put it on my own letterhead. That ain't gonna be a problem.
Michelle has
You
no
piece of-
qualms about doing it. I get it.
No problem. I'll
All
put
right.
it twice on Sunday.
You need somebody to stir the pot. This is your woman right here. That's why we love her, because we kind of egg her on. Hey, keep going.
It don't take much.
Michelle, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
I'm so
I
glad
love
this
y'all.
is.
Appreciate it.
I'm
Jesus.
so proud of y'all.
Thank you.
I really am.
Please not do that.
These are the guys right here, off the hook bail bonds. You got anything in the state of North Carolina, you need someone out of jail, you need somebody in jail.
We'll get 'em.
These are you guys right here, off the hook bail
Hey,
bonds,
we
Chad and
try.
Robert.
We'll
Thank you.
get them, that's for sure.
That's right.
Michelle, we love you. Thank
love
you so
y'all
much
too.
for coming. I'm so glad this is the first episode for this conference.
Yep.
This is the way it should be.
All right.
And thank NCBAA for this fabulous conference.
They have
and
done-
everybody get involved in your bail association.
They have done very well. Thank you guys for listening. But until then, this is Off the Hook Podcast coming to you live from Greensboro, North Carolina.
He's Rob.
I'm Rob.
I'm Chad.
Yeah,
And
this is the beautiful Michelle Esquenazi. We'll see you next time.
peace.
Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Off the Hook with Chad and Rob. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And be sure to follow us for notifications for another exciting episode. But in the meantime, you can go to our website at www.offthehookbail.com to see more. So until next time, stay out of trouble, or it'll be you that needs to get off the hook. See you soon.